And welcome back to the second night of the 15th Region Tournament, brought to you by Gerhardt Fiber. Our second game of the night is between the 26-4 Johnson Central Lady Eagles, coached by Tim DeLong, and the 13-17 East Ridge Lady Warriors, coached by Tatiana Murphy. The Eagles are led by the sisters Mason and Randy DeLong, who are stat leaders for this team. Mason leads in kills and blocks, while Randy leads in assists and aces. The Warriors are led by senior stat leaders Brianna Tackett with kills, Savannah Baldridge with blocks, Kaylin Lane with assists, and Cortland Phillips with digs. While Johnson Central's a strong team, I think Eastridge, their scrappy play will match up well against these Lady Eagles and may prove to be the game of the night, which is going to be hard to beat because that first game was really tough.
Oh, Johnny, man, that first game, that was something to watch. I enjoyed it. It was wonderful. So, yeah, you know, say what you want, but I think we're going to have a pretty decent game here. Who knows how this is going to come out. You have East Ridge, who had to overcome Shelby Valley in order to get into the championship game, to even punch a ticket to get here, and here they are. And so they come in as the 2 seed in their region, but they're here, and we'll see what happens tonight.
Mason DeLong, as we mentioned, she is number 6 in the state for kills. She has 509 coming into tonight's game. And an interesting fact, when I was looking at stats on this Johnson Central team, they've got 3 players with 200-plus digs for the season. 3 players, 200-plus digs.
That's usually your libero.
And, of course, it's Addison Burchett. She's the team leader at 241. And the other 2, do you want to guess who the other 2 is that's over 200?
It's got to be the sisters.
It's the sisters, Mason and Randy.
Sisters. And I tell you, you know, when you talk to Coach DeLong, he says his daughters have to step up tonight. He does expect them to step up tonight and take charge. And one's a junior and one's a senior. And so they get an opportunity to play together again. And we'll see how this night goes. But I'll tell you, one thing Johnson Central's worried about, Cortland Phillips. Now,
she is one of the best players defensive-wise on the Eastridge team.
You called the game the other night. I was sitting here with you. How many times did you call the name Cortland Phillips?
Several times.
And so Coach DeLong knows about them as we go to courtside.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the T.W. Oliver Memorial Gymnasium and John Bill Trivet Court on the campus of Pikeville High School for the second night of the opening round of the 2023 15th Region Volleyball Tournament. Tonight's second quarterfinal game features the visitors on the scoreboard, the runner-up of the 59th District Tournament with a record of 13-17, the East Ridge Warriors, versus the home team on the scoreboard, the winners of the 57th District Tournament with a record of 26-4, the Johnson Central Golden Eagles. The winning team will move on to face Lawrence County in the second semifinal game tomorrow night. Now, let's meet both teams. First, for the Warriors from East Ridge. Number 1, Zinna Newsom. Number 2, Kaylee Sick. Number 3, Brianna Micah Tackett. Number 6, Madeline Robinson. Number 7, Lily Stacy. Number 8, Courtly Keene. Number 10, Leah Dameron. Number 11, Victoria Ramey. Number 12, Kaylin Ivy Lane. Number 15, Jenna Tackett. Number 21, Savannah Baldridge. Number 22, Olivia Stanley. Number 24, Cortland Phillips. Number 25, Tiana Hopkins. And number 33, Sydney Mead. The Warriors are led by head coach Tatiana Murphy. Now let's meet the Golden Eagles from Johnson Central. Number 1, Braylon Harless. Number 2, Brittany McCarty. Number 3, Chloe Reed. Number 4, Kaylee Blevins. Number 5, Mia Eastep. Number 6, Lauren Trimble. Number 9, JC Baker. Number 10, Maddie Goebel. Number 11, Kerrigan Ratliff. Number 13, Alyssa Clevenger. Number 15, Randy DeLong. Number 21, Addison Burchett. Number 23, Mason DeLong. Number 24, Haley Van Hoos. And number 31, Greta Lewandowski. The Golden Eagles are led by head coach Tim DeLong.
And we get ready for this exciting matchup. I've been looking forward to this matchup. I think this one's going to be a good game.
I personally do too. I think it's going to be a game worth watching. And I see we have quite a few people following us on Facebook. Welcome. We're glad that you're joining us.
The first game, I seen some people asking online who won that one. That was Lawrence County, and they won in 3 sets. And a very good battle. They had to come back in the first 2 sets from a 6-point deficit, but they won the first set 25-21, the second set 28-26, and the third set 25-20. But the first 2 sets, Belfry was leading Lawrence County by 6 points. And that's late in the game even. And that's what our viewers need to know. Lawrence County didn't come in there and just run away with it. Actually, Belfry was leading. They had all the momentum in the first 2 sets. And Lawrence County actually crawled their way back to win that. Now that third set, they did take a commanding lead. And but then Belfry battled back. And honestly, when we were coming to the end of that third set, I really thought Belfry was going to win that game and we were going to head to a 4th. But then Lawrence County was able to pull it out. All righty, and we are getting set to get game 2 started. And it looks like Johnson Central won the toss, so they will serve first. And that's going to be Braylon Harless back to get things started for the Lady Eagles. Give us a like and share on Facebook. Give these girls a shout out. Harless serve, nice short serve, just goes right across the net and then dies. And Eastridge left stunned. 1-0, Johnson Central. I don't know if Brianna Tackett thought that Cortland was going to get that or not. Maybe she was waiting on it. There's a fault. Harless. She stood on the line when she served. That point's going to go to Eastridge. It is a foot fault on Harless. Foot fault on the serve. And Cortland Phillips. There's a question on the line judge. The line judge called the coach over to talk to her. And there's something he's pointing out on the court. Piece of equipment that they need the Pikeville High School to move or take care of. It's a door. All has to do with the door being open. Yeah. I'm confused as to why it's an issue now. It may be a distraction down the line. But I believe it's been open all these games. Yes, it was. Tonight and last night. The line judge questioned the Eastridge coach, and I guess she requested for that door to be closed because now it's closed. Okay. But yet the one on the other side is open, so who knows? 1-1, Phillips. Her serve goes in the net. Might have been too much time on that one.
They cooled her off. All because of a door.
21, Addison Burchett back to serve. Addison Burchett, she leads this Johnson Central team in digs with 241 for the season.
Oh.
And the shot from Kaylee Sick goes in the back corner. And we're tied up at 2-2.
For those viewers that may have watched the last time this team played, I like to watch Kaylee Sick come up and make a big hit. She's that lefty.
Sick with the serve. And that was set to Madeline Robinson, unable to get it across. And Eastridge takes an early lead, 3-2. Kaylee Sick with another good serve. Set to Mason DeLong. She pushes it over.
That's one thing Eastridge can't do.
Set to Randy DeLong. She pushes it over. Nice save by Johnson Central. Kaylee Sick with the set to Robinson. And that point.
What I was saying there earlier during that point was that Eastridge cannot give the opportunity for Johnson Central to get the setup.
And with that, a service error on Eastridge. And Johnson Central will get the serve, and that'll be number 15, Randy DeLong, back to serve. DeLong's serve is up and good. Dug out by Tackett, but
it hit the pole before she was able to get to it.
So we're tied up at 4-4. Randy DeLong with another good serve. A nice swing by number 12, Kaylin Ivy Lane, but it was blocked up front by Johnson Central.
Johnson Central has some pretty good-sized blockers on that front row.
Mason.
Go ahead.
Mason DeLong, she leads this team, 63.
Now that's going to be a problem for Eastridge as that serve goes long. Eastridge will get the point.
5-5, tied back up, and Madeline Robinson back to serve for the Lady Warriors. Nice short serve brought up by Randy DeLong. Burchett gets it across. Big swing up front on Eastridge. That was Savannah Baldridge. Set to Baldridge again. She takes a swing. Nicely dug up by Braylon Harless, but it goes out of bounds. And Eastridge back in the lead, 6-5.
All Eastridge has to do is keep their composure, and they'll stay in this game.
Robinson's serve is up and good. Set to Baldridge, she swings. Harless with the dig. And the set to Mason DeLong. And that'll be a kill for Mason DeLong. Nice strong. 6-6. And number 23, Mason DeLong, will step back to serve. Kaylee Sick gets it over. Tipped by Brittany McCarty. Tipped by Eastridge. McCarty with the set to Braylon Harless. She tries to get it over, but Savannah Baldridge there is to knock it back down.
And Savannah was there to block it, but she wasn't able to get a good clean block on it.
And that point will go from a big swing by Mason DeLong. 7-6 Johnson Central.
You talk to Tatiana Murphy, and she says Savannah Baldridge has to step up tonight. She says her libero has to step up tonight. And Cortland is an all-star. She's got a couple colleges looking at her, and as she's a senior this year, as she comes off the court.
Savannah Baldridge with the serve. Dig on the serve on that, and that point will go to Johnson Central.
One thing you notice about these coaches here at this high school level, they're constantly coaching these girls. Whenever they make a mistake, that good coaches, they do some positive encouragement. It's good to see that.
Lauren Trimble with the serve for Johnson Central.
Oh,
and the set was to Braylon Harless, and it'll fall in the midcourt of Eastridge.
kind of frozen back there.
9-7. Johnson Central with a 2-point lead. Lauren Trimble back serving. Trimble serve is up and good. They set it to Kaylin Ivy Lane. And Johnson Central set to number 21. That's Addison Burchett. And that'll fall in Eastridge front court. 10-7 Johnson Central.
You know, Eastridge is getting a hand on the blocks, but they're not able to recover once the ball's blocked. They're going to have to try to figure that out as this night goes on.
Lauren Trimble serve is up and good. And a little miscommunication from the Eastridge, and Johnson Central pulls ahead with a 3-point lead. Eastridge is going to take a timeout and talk about it. We're going to take a timeout right here on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Smart Home Security provides you peace of mind by giving you access to your home cameras and connected devices from anywhere with one easy-to-use app. Stop worrying and upgrade to a smart home with Gearhart Security, and rest easy knowing you're always covered with 24/7 professional monitoring. Give us a call at 1-800-264-1730 for a free quote and to learn more about our financing options and how to save with our referral program. With Gearhart Security, families matter.
And welcome back to Game 2 volleyball action here in the 15th Region Tournament. We're here at Night 2, Game 2, between the Eastridge Lady Warriors and the Johnson Central Lady Eagles. Right now, Johnson Central on top, 11-7 here in the first set.
Appreciate everybody watching us online on Facebook. I looked on there, and it seems like the viewership is split almost evenly. We have about just as many viewers going for Eastridge as we do those for Johnson Central. So it's pretty split, and we have a good crowd for both sides here tonight.
Lauren Trimble, and her serve will sail out of bounds.
We have a couple players from some of the other teams here who have already lost out of the tournament. It's good to see some from Pike Central and some from Shelby Valley, as well as some from Pikeville that are here tonight.
And Lane serve up and good. Set to Braylon Harless with a big swing. She takes a big windup on that swing.
Yeah.
And it hits in Eastridge midcourt. Johnson Central extends their lead to 4, 12-8.
Johnson Central has some pretty big hitters there on that front line.
And a big serve by Brittany McCarty. Eastridge with the set to Brianna Tackett. She gets it over. And Johnson Central unable to get it back across. So that point will go to Eastridge. And Brianna Tackett will step back to serve. Tackett's serve is up and good. DeLong with the set to Braylon Harless. She sees an open spot in the back corner, pushes it, and it goes there. Good awareness.
I think she saw Cortland Phillips sneaking up to get to be ready for the kill, and she just hit it over Cortland's head.
13-9
into the back court.
Nice swing by Robinson.
Nice save.
Johnson Central gets it back over, but it goes a little too long, and that point will go to Eastridge. And Eastridge pulls back within 3. And Cortland Phillips will step back to serve for the Lady Warriors. Set to Mason DeLong, brought back up by Phillips, but it goes out of bounds. 14-10 Johnson Central. And that'll bring Addison Burchett Back to serve. Burchett with a good strong serve. Set to Kaylee Sick. She pushes it across. Phillips with the dig. Set to Madeline Robinson. She finds a spot in the backcourt, but Johnson Central able to stay with it. And Mason DeLong there for the birthday ball.
Johnson Central has some great hustle. They weren't going to give up. They did not and were not going to give up on that play. They had 2 great saves on that one play in order to get the point.
Addison Burchett with another strong serve. Set goes to Savannah Baldridge, but the DeLong sisters, Mason and Randy, both were up there for the block on that one.
Yeah, and it came right back immediately on Madeline Robinson. And there was nothing she could do about it.
16-10, Johnson Central leading. Burchett with another good serve. Set to Tackett. Set to Mason DeLong from Randy DeLong, and that will go. Another kill.
Found the open court once again. Nobody was there in order to save it.
And Johnson Central pulls ahead by 7, 17-10.
Eastridge is going to have to find an answer. They're going to have to regroup, and they're going to have to do something real quick here. This game's going to get out of hand for them quick.
Another good serve by Addison Burchett. Eastridge gets it across. Brianna Tackett with the swing, and it'll come off of number 13, Alyssa Clevenger.
There's a barrel.
That'll be an Eastridge point. And Kaylee Sick steps back to serve for the Lady Warriors. And a service error on the Warriors.
That's her second one right there.
18-11 as Brittany McCarty checks in for Kaylee Blevins. And Randy DeLong steps back to serve. And Mason DeLong with the windup, but it will catch the net. And the point will go to Eastridge, and Madeline Robinson will step back to serve for Eastridge. 18-12. Eastridge trailing by 6. Make that trailing by 5 after the ace from Madeline Robinson.
Yeah, the senior Alyssa Clevenger was trying to get in front of the ball, and there was another player right in front, right there where she was trying to get, and she wasn't able to get a hold of it.
Robinson tries to do a little easy serve, but it doesn't clear the net. And Braylon Harless will check back in for Clevenger. Mason DeLong back to serve. And Harless' swing will go in the net, so that'll be another point for Eastridge.
You know, Harless is not a tall girl, but she must have springs in her shoes. Because she came up on that ball. If she'd have hit it clean, that was going to be a hurt. Look at that. Look at, she's not tall, Chowder.
Another big swing.
Another big swing. She gets the point on that one.
20-14. Johnson Central with a 6-point lead as Kerrigan Ratliff checks in for Lauren Trimble. And Ratliff will step back to serve. And Ratliff's serve will go long. Hannah Eastridge within 5. As Kaylin Ivy Lane steps back to serve. Lane is a senior on this Eastridge team. And a set to Harless and another swing. Braylon Harless with the kill, 21-15.
I mean, when you put her up against one of the DeLong sisters, I mean, she's not a tall girl, but boy, she can get up there. She reminds me of Kat Walters on the Pikeville Panther team.
that's an ace for Brittany McCarty.
Eastridge is going to have to figure something out here. They have to get in front of the ball. They're going to take a timeout.
Eastridge is going to take a timeout, and we'll take a timeout here on your Intermountain Sports Network.
You want to save money, and Appalachian Wireless gets that. Right now, you can get up to $650 off select devices, including the latest and the greatest on the Advantage Unlimited plan with a trade-in. Did y'all hear me? Up to $650 off select devices, including the latest and greatest with a trade-in. Now, I'm not a math whiz, but this deal, it's amazing. And you'll be on the region's premier network. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. See AppalachianWireless.com for complete terms and conditions.
Here in action here. And set one of game two, Johnson Central leading 22-15. And we were talking about Braylon Harless. She's listed as 5'7" and averages 3 kills, but she's got more than that in this one.
I think she's got 3 in the last few minutes just of this set.
And Brittany Carty, she's a 5'9" senior. She steps back to serve for Johnson Central. And McCarty's serve goes long.
You know, Johnson Central needs to be careful. They need to not take it easy because Eastridge knows how to take advantage, and they will take advantage. They are still very much in this game.
And an ace by Brianna Tackett. She's a senior here on this Eastridge team. 22-17, Eastridge trailing by 5. Tackett's serve is up and good. DeLong with the set to Harless. Dug back out by Lane. Kaylee Sick tried to get it over, but unable to get across.
Yeah, they had two players. Cortland Phillips was one of them, and Tiana Hopkins. They both were trying to go get the ball in the net and cause a little bit of confusion, which caused the ball to go further out of bounds.
And Braylon Harless' serve goes in the net, 23-18.
Melissa Clevenger comes in for Harless. The libero comes in for Johnson Central.
Cortland Phillips back to serve for Eastridge.
She's a senior on this team.
Phillips catches the top of the net, but goes over. Johnson Central able to set up Mason DeLong, and she will take advantage of it. 24-18.
You know those sisters practice, and it looks like they practice together quite a bit. That was a beautiful set.
As Lauren Trimble comes back in for Kerrigan Ratliff. And a short serve from Addison Burchett. It'll catch the net, and that point will go to Eastridge. 24-19. Eastridge trailing by 5. Kaylee Sick back serving. And that shot goes long, and Johnson Central will take the first set. 25-19. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with set 2 action here on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Video gaming is a great way for families to have fun together. And Gearhart Broadband's fiber internet and Wi-Fi is a game changer. Fiber fast downloads with speeds up to 1 gig with reliable Plume whole home Wi-Fi. Power today's most exciting games on consoles, handhelds, even VR headsets with no lag or buffering. Contact Gearhart Broadband and level up to game-changing fiber internet and best-in-class whole home Wi-Fi today.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy. The genuine, the original overhead door for all of life's little ups and downs.
Gearhart Broadband knows reliable internet is more important than ever. To help, qualifying customers can now access the new Affordable Connectivity Program to get significant savings on broadband internet. Learn more now at imctv.com. With business class solutions from Gearhart Broadband, it's all smiles around your workplace. Get internet speeds up to 1 gig and business-savvy digital voice. Gearhart Broadband, business solutions that will make you smile.
And welcome back here to 15th Region Volleyball action as we get ready to start set 2. Johnson Central won the first set, and the winner of this game will go on to play Lawrence County tomorrow night at the second game. The first game for tomorrow night is going to be Paintsville Tigers versus the Floyd Central Jaguars. And the tip-off time on that is about 6 o'clock. And directly following, you'll have Lawrence County versus the winner of this game.
I think you're going to have 2 great games tomorrow night. Paintsville, Floyd Central. That's going to be a good game. They have great players on both sides of the net. And you got Lawrence County playing the winner of this. And I think that's going to be a great game tomorrow night as well. Our viewers are going to want to watch that if they're keeping up with any of this regional volleyball.
And Cortland Phillips back to get things started for Eastridge in the second set. Phillips' serve is up and good. And Madeline Robinson's swing goes out of bounds. And Johnson Central will get on the scoreboard first.
No,
they're calling a.
I think there was a touch.
They're calling a tip. I didn't catch that, but they're calling a tip.
I didn't see it either, Chotty, but the Eastridge girls were doing their little center court cheer. That's the only thing that it could possibly be.
And Eastridge on the scoreboard first, 1-0. As Mason DeLong, just a little easy shot over, and Ivy Lane tries to dig it out, but unable to bring it back up, so we're tied at 1 apiece. Braylon Harless back to serve. And Harless' serve just barely clears the net. Tackett digs it up, but it goes across the net and out of bounds. And that'll be Johnson Central point.
They don't have anybody ready for the short serve. They're waiting for the deep one. Now they moved up, and so we'll see how this serve is going to go.
Harless with another short serve.
Still short.
Set to Baldridge. She gets it across. Mason's swing goes a little long, and we're tied up at 2 apiece. Kaylee Sick serving for the Lady Warriors. Her serve is up and good. Randy DeLong with the set to Mason DeLong. Big swing, but it's out of bounds. And that point will go to Eastridge. Eastridge leads this second set, 3-2. Kaylee Sick back to serve. Brought back up by Clevenger. Burchett gets it to DeLong. She pushes it across. Set to Madeline Robinson. Brought back up by Clevenger. Set to Burchett.
Oh!
And Brianna Tackett with a pass to the front row, but there's nobody there to receive it.
Yeah, Kaylin Lane was moving, thinking somebody else was going to go and set the ball, and nobody was there, and it fell into the open court.
We're tied 3-3 as Addison Burchett with a good serve. Nice dig by Cortland Phillips. Set to Mason DeLong, and she tries to tip it over, but it catches the top of the net and comes back down.
Yeah, Mason saw that Eastridge blockers were there waiting on her, so she tried to change it up just a little bit, which is good. You got to do that from time to time. But she just didn't even get it over the net.
Madeline Robinson with a nice swing. Mason DeLong gets it pushed over. Brianna Tackett pushes it back across. Johnson Central sets it to Mason DeLong, and she takes a swing at it, and that's another kill for her, and we're tied up 4-4.
Charlie, there's no other word to say it. She's a beast.
She is, and Brittany McCarty checks in for Alyssa Clevenger.
I mean, Mason received the ball, hit it to her sister. Her sister set it back to Mason. Perfect for a kill.
And the serve from Randy DeLong is good. Nicely dug out by Tackett. Pushed back across by Lane. Nice swing on Johnson Central. That's number 3, Chloe Reed. And Brittany Carty gets a hand on it, but it falls on Johnson Central.
Nobody was there once the block was made. Nobody was there for Johnson Central. Gives the point to Eastridge. They are in this game. It's only a 5-4 game.
And the freshman, Savannah Baldridge, back to serve. Set to Mason DeLong. She got away with one there. She come underneath the net. Referee didn't catch that one.
You know, you said Savannah Baldridge is a freshman, and the other night whenever we were calling this game, we called her name all night long. I didn't realize she was so young. She's got a future ahead of her there at Eastridge as they deal with this serve.
And Tackett's shot goes out of bounds. And Johnson Central will pull a 1-point lead, 6-5. Mason DeLong back behind the service line. Her serve just off the top of the net. Eastridge sets it to Tackett. She swings. McCarty gets a hand on it.
Great save by McCarty.
McCarty with the set to Braylon Harless. She swings, and it falls midcourt. 7-5 Johnson Central. Mason Long with a big swing, and it hits inbounds.
You know, one of the
8-5.
things the coaches tell those back row players, make sure you follow the ball, follow the ball. They followed it all the way to the line. And that ball was in.
Long serve received by Tackett. Tackett with the push. Nice save by Randy DeLong. Johnson Central pushes it over, but number 25, Tiana Hopkins, was there to push it back down.
A smart play right there by Eastridge. Keeping themselves in the game, not allowing Johnson Central to take too big of a lead and just staying right there with them, 8-6.
And McCarty set to Harless, but it'll come off the net and go out of bounds, and that point will go to Eastridge.
I honestly thought the Eastridge player might have touched that ball. In fact, the net judge actually looked down at the line judge to make sure, and he called it on the net.
Kaylin Ivy Lane with the serve. Pushed over the net by Chloe Reed. And Brianna Tackett with the push. McCarty setting up Chloe Reed, and she takes a big swing.
You know,
it'll fall.
Mason DeLong is a senior, but Johnson Central still has quite a few hitters that are coming up that'll be available for them next year.
Chloe Reed, she's a freshman, and her serve is up and good. Johnson Central leading 9-7. McCarty with the set to Harless, and it'll fall in Eastridge midcourt.
And there's Harless. There's Harless again, and she's a junior. She's one of those who will return next year to keep this team alive and going.
Reed back to serve again. And that'll be an ace on Reed. 11-7. Johnson Central pulls out with a 4-point lead. Brought up by Tackett. Lane with the set back to Tackett. And Johnson Central unable to get it back over the net. And Brianna Tackett will step behind the service line for the Lady Warriors. Tackett's serve is up and good. McCarty chases it out of bounds. Kerrigan Ratlett gets it over. Nice save by Phillips. Set to Harless, and it's in. Right on the line.
How many kills did you say that Harless was averaging a game?
3.
That average is going up after tonight. You've called her name about as much as you have Mason DeLong.
And Brittany McCarty back to serve. Johnson Central leading by 4. Robinson with the swing. Mason DeLong with the swing. Gets it back across. Robinson tried to swing, get it across, but it caught the net. 13-8 Johnson Central. Brittany McCarty back to serve. She's another senior on this Johnson Central team. Robinson brings it up. Tackett with the pushover. Brittany McCarty with the set.
You know,
To Addison Burchett, and Eastridge tried to block it, but it goes out of bounds.
one of the things I noticed that Eastridge has done in the last couple serves is that they are actually hitting the ball to Randy DeLong, the setter, where she can't get a good set. I wonder if that was part of their game plan so far.
And the swing from Harless goes off an Eastridge player, and it's 14-8.
Randy was able to set that ball up, but I noticed a couple times before they've been hitting it directly to her, so she couldn't set. You take the setter out of the game, and you can have maybe they have to depend on someone else.
Brittany McCarty serve is up and good. Madeline Robinson gets it across. Randy DeLong with the set to Harless, and it'll go in the midcourt of Eastridge. And that point will be Johnson Central, 16-8. McCarty still back serving for Johnson Central.
Harless is having a game. There's nothing else to say. She's having a game.
McCarty's serve is good. Ivy Lane with the set, the push. Goes a little long and out of bounds. And that point will go to Johnson Central as they pull ahead with a 9-point lead, 17-8.
Eastridge had kept this close here very early in the game. They were just within a point or two, and they're allowing themselves to fall behind a little too much here.
McCarty with the ace. 18-8. Johnson Central pulls ahead by 10. Ivy Lane gets it across for Eastridge. Johnson Central looking to set something up. And they set it to Addison Burchett, and she swings, and it comes off of Kaylee Sick and falls in Eastridge front court. That point will go to Johnson Central.
Addison Burchett, another one that's going to be coming back next year. She's only a junior. Johnson Central has some depth.
McCarty still serving, and that one will go long. 19-9. Johnson Central over Eastridge here in the second set. And Kaylee Blevins will come in for Brittany McCarty. Cortland Phillips back to serve for Eastridge. Nice low serve, and it'll come off of number 4, Blevins. And that point will go to Eastridge. 19-10. Phillips still back to serve.
Oh, we've seen Eastridge come back from a deficit before, Chotty. anything can happen in these volleyball games.
And the set to Addison Burchett, brought up nicely by Cortland Phillips, but no one there in the front court for Eastridge to get it across.
Great job by Cortland to try to get a handle on that.
The dig went a little into the net, and they were just unable to make a play on it. 20-10, Johnson Central. Braylon Harless back to serve. Harless' serve is up and good. Lane with the set to Sick, and they call a net violation on Eastridge, so the point will go to Johnson Central. Looked like that was going to be Eastridge point. Nice swing coming off a Johnson Central player, but floated a little too far into the net.
They called that net violation on Kaylee Sick, and she had the point.
Harless' serve is up and good. Lane with the set to Savannah Baldridge. Set to Mason DeLong. And Eastridge able to stay with it and get it across the net. And 4 hits on Eastridge.
I thought they were going to keep that ball alive there for a minute. Looked like it had enough air under it, and then it didn't.
22-10, Johnson Central. Braylon Harless' serve is up and good. Nicely stayed with by Eastridge to get it across the net. And you knew that one was coming. The set to Mason DeLong. And what a shot.
Yeah, she's putting on a clinic anytime she gets an opportunity.
23-10, Johnson Central. 2 points away from ending this set as Braylon Harless with a nice short serve. Cortland Phillips able to get it across. Mason with the swing from the set from Randy, and that'll go 24-10. Johnson Central.
Johnson Central 1 point away from winning the second set and moving on to the third set.
Braylon Harless still behind the service line. Lane with the set to Baldridge. And it's out of bounds, and Johnson Central will win set 2, 25-10. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back with set 3 action here on your Intermountain Sports Network.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy. The genuine, the original Overhead Door for all of life's little ups and downs.
Smart Home Security provides you peace of mind by giving you access to your home cameras and connected devices from anywhere with one easy-to-use app. Stop worrying and upgrade to a smart home with Gearhart Security, and rest easy knowing you're always covered with 24/7 professional monitoring. Give us a call at 1-800-264-1730 for a free quote and to learn more about our financing options and how to save with our referral program. With Gearhart Security, families matter.
Gearhart Broadband knows reliable internet is more important than ever. To help, qualifying customers can now access the new Affordable Connectivity Program to get significant savings on broadband internet. Learn more now at imctv.com. With business class solutions from Gearhart Broadband, it's all smiles around your workplace. Get internet speeds up to 1 gig and business-savvy digital voice. Gearhart Broadband, business solutions that will make you smile.
Welcome back here to volleyball action at the 15th Region Tournament, where Johnson Central leading 2 sets over Eastridge. Winner of this matchup will go on to play Lawrence County tomorrow night in the second game. First game will be Paintsville and Floyd Central, and that'll be 6 o'clock. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in here to WPRG TV. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Appalachian Wireless, Overhead Door of East Kentucky, Gearhart TV, Gearhart Fiber, and Gearhart Security.
Well, Johnny, East Ridge is trying to motivate her team over there. Tatiana, Coach Tatiana is trying to motivate her team over there. They're going to have to find something in order to stop the bleeding right now. One of the things we talked about during the break, well, I mentioned during the break is, you know, they were only down by 2. And they didn't call a timeout to regroup. And I found that kind of odd. They didn't call a timeout. Just something as simple as that. So now we're here going to the third set, and they're down 2 sets. And so we'll see what happens here.
Eastridge with 7 seniors on their roster. So they need to win this set for sure, as Johnson Central will get the serve. And Braylon Harless back to get things started.
In the games that I've covered with you so far, I think that's the most seniors on one team that we've covered.
They've got as many seniors on their team as Lawrence County had roster-wise. They had 9 on their entire roster, 8 of those dressed.
Yeah, Lawrence County had no depth, but yet they played lights out.
Serve from Harless, good. Johnson County, of course, on the scoreboard first. Brought up by Harless. Randy DeLong set goes over the net, but Eastridge, you would think they would get a shot to smack that down, but it actually came down in Eastridge's front court, 2-0 Johnson Central.
It's a misjudge on the ball. We're standing right here at the net. Honestly, I didn't know if it was going to go over one way or the other.
Miscommunication there from Eastridge. Randy with the set to Addison Burchett. Madison Robinson with the tip, set to Mason DeLong. That won't be a tip.
No.
3-0 Johnson Central.
Mason DeLong is the real deal right there. She's smiling tonight there on the front line. She's enjoying herself. She's a senior. She knows this could be the end. She's going to enjoy every minute of it.
And Ivy Lane gets it across. Randy with the set to Mason. Big swing, and it'll go again. 4-0 Johnson Central. And with that, Sydney Mead checks in on Eastridge's side for Tiana Hopkins. Harless still back serving for the Golden Eagles.
4-0.
And that swing was going to go long. Tackett looked like she was trying to decide whether she was going to go for it or not, and it just catches her fingertips and goes out of bounds. 5-0 Johnson Central.
I agree with you. I think that would have went long if she not touched it.
Harless with another swing, brought up by Tackett. Lane with the set to Robinson. She swings, brought back up by Clevenger. Set to Burchett. Brought up by Robinson, set back to Robinson. Big swing, and it's going to go in the backcourt. And Eastridge gets on the board.
Yep, they found an opening and took advantage of it going across. And here comes the libero. Cortland Phillips for Eastridge to serve.
Her serve low across the top of the net, set to Mason DeLong, and Savannah Baldridge was there to block it, but it fell down.
Hey, hats off to Savannah Baldridge.
Savannah Baldridge, she leads this with 30. She leads the Eastridge team in blocks with 30 for the season.
But that's hard to go up against DeLong.
Addison Burchett's serve is good. Randy DeLong with the set. Mason with the punch over. Madeline Robinson with the swing. Randy sets to Mason. She does a tip. Robinson able to bring it back up. They get it across. Randy with the set to Mason. Big swing, and it goes in. 7-1, Johnson Central. And the fan section coming alive here for Johnson Central.
They're starting to feel it just a little bit here in this third set.
Addison Burchett serve is up and good. Savannah Baldridge with the swing. Another set to Mason, and it'll come off an Eastridge player. Ivy Lane tried to chase it down, but couldn't get to it quick enough. 8-1, Johnson Central. Addison Burchett, serve is good. Set to Savannah Baldridge.
That's great heads-up play right there. They blocked it, went into the net, they popped it right back out in order to get it back over.
And that was Randy DeLong with the block. And a big swing by Madeline Robinson, and it'll go in Johnson Central back corner. 8-2, Johnson Central. And Kaylee Sick back to serve for Eastridge.
That was a head-up play on Johnson Central side, and they weren't able to get the point.
So, yeah, Mason is a junior. She's not a senior. Mason DeLong is a junior.
Yes, Mason's a junior, but Randy's the setter. I had him mixed up in my mind. Thank you. And I have it written down, and I just had it mixed up in my mind.
Randy with the set to Mason. She punches it across. Set to Madeline Robinson, and it'll go out of bounds. Randy DeLong back to serve. Set to Robinson. It'll catch the top of the net. Baldridge tried to get it on over, but
I want
a fourth hit.
I want to give you my defense on that if I can. I have 4 kids that can't keep their names straight where they're at, much less somebody else's kids.
Randy DeLong serve is up and good.
Uh-oh.
Got some tangled up there, and
she hurt her jaw, her chin. She's holding it.
10-4, Johnson Central over Eastridge. Madeline Robinson back to serve.
We've seen a couple collisions on this court the last couple nights.
And Randy DeLong with the swing, and it'll go out of bounds. Robinson serve is good. And that was a set to Lauren Trimble with the swing. Dug back out by Burchett. Eastridge looking to get something set up. Brianna Tackett gets it across. Set to Mason, brought up by Phillips. Baldridge gets it across. Nicely dug out by Harless and gets across the net. Eastridge unable to handle it. 11-5, Johnson Central.
Mason there, whenever she went for the keel and it was saved by Eastridge, she shook her head like she couldn't believe that they were able to pick that back up, but they did.
And Mason DeLong with the serve. Eastridge looked like they weren't going to get it across, but they were able to. Big swing from Lauren Trimble, but it will go out of bounds. And that'll bring Savannah Baldridge back to serve. Eastridge trailing by 5. Baldridge serve is up and good. McCarty with the set to Harless. Aldridge with a big swing, brought up by Mason DeLong. Harless with another swing, but it goes into the net. And Eastridge pulls back within 4.
Savannah Baldridge, freshman, going to serve for Eastridge.
Baldridge serve, catches the top of the net and just drops. Johnson Central unable to adjust to it. And Eastridge back within 3, and you can start to see some excitement in those girls.
They're not going to give up. But I tell you, one of those serves off of the net, that'll buckle anybody's knees.
Baldridge.
She tried it again, huh?
She tried it again, and it caught the top of it and came back on her side. 12-8 Johnson Central. And Lauren Trimble back to serve. Trimble serve is up and good. Set to Brianna Tackett.
Oh, nice.
Brittany McCarty and Braylon Harless there for the block. Harless with a swing. Sydney Mead was there for the block, but it fell down on Eastridge's side, so that point will go to Johnson Central, 13-8.
Brianna Tackett had a great dig on that kill during that volley. That was awesome.
Trimble serve is up and good. Set to Ivy Lane, and Lane's shot goes out of bounds. 14-8 Johnson Central.
And this is where Johnson Central really starts to turn it on and not look back. At least that's what happened in the first 2 sets. We'll see if that continues on.
Trimble serve is good. Sick with the set to Tackett. Nicely dug out by Burchett. Brianna Tackett gets it across the net. Set to Braylon Harless. Wow, brought back up. That was dug out by Robinson. And coming off lane to go across, but Johnson Central stays with it and gets the point.
It was just too much for Kaylee Sick. Came too fast. Came at a weird angle on her as well from where she was standing. She wasn't able to put a hand on it to get it back up.
15-8 Johnson Central. Trimble with another good serve. Lane gets it across. Set to Harless, and it'll go. Nice kill for Braylon Harless.
And only averages 3 kills a game.
She has had 219 kills for the season coming into tonight.
Wow.
Trimble still serving. And nice kill again by Braylon Harless. She was there at the net when the ball came across, but it
That was quick.
smacked it back down.
I mean, that was quick.
She was ready for that one.
Yeah, it was bang, bang.
17-8. Trimble still serving for the Lady Eagles. Set to Ivy Lane. Block up front by Harless and Burchett. And Eastridge unable to get it back across. (18-8). And Lauren Trimble serving again for Johnson Central. Oh. She was back there so long, her arm got tired. (18-9), and that'll bring Ivy Lane back to serve for Eastridge. Braylon Harless with the tip. Tackett with the tip, nicely dug out. Who was that on the dig? That was number 11, Kerrigan Ratliff with the dig. But Eastridge able to smack it back down on Johnson Central's side, 18-10. Set to Burchett, it gets back across by Meade. Set to Braylon Harless. And it's another kill.
Yeah, Kaylin Lane couldn't even do anything with that. It came so hard at her feet, there was nothing she could do, and I think the ball went under the bleachers. So we get a new one.
19-10.
Johnson Central just 6 points away from victory to move on to tomorrow night's game.
Lane with the set to Sick. She swings big. Set to Harless again. Nicely brought out by Lane. Brianna Tackett with the push. Mason with the dig. Set to Braylon Harless again. Another big swing and kill for Braylon Harless.
It's going to be interesting to see how many kills they have per player on the Johnson Central side.
Well, I can say this. If this one's not Braylon Harless's best game,
yeah,
that one would have been a good one to watch.
That would have been right. Yeah. If this isn't her best game, well, I'd like to see the one that was.
Yes, 21-10. Brittany McCarty back serving. And McCarty with the service error. And Kaylee Blevins checks in for Brittany McCarty. And Brianna Tackett back to serve. Dug out by Mason DeLong, set by Randy. Robinson gets it across. Randy with the set to Addison Burchett, and it'll fall in the front court. 22-11. And Braylon Harless will check out, and Alyssa Clevenger will come in. Clevenger with a good serve. Lane with the set to Robinson. She gets it across. Dug out by Clevenger. Set to Mason DeLong, and it hits right on the line.
Right in the corner.
23-11. Johnson Central 2 points away from advancing.
And they're starting to see it. They're starting to feel it. They're starting to know it. But listen, hats off to Eastridge.
Mia Estep checking in for Addison Burchett. And Haley Van Hoos checking in for Kerrigan Ratliff. Getting some of these ladies off the bench.
Yeah, give them an opportunity to play. Hats off to Eastridge. They had a good season, and they made it to the regional tournament.
Lane with the set to Robinson. Big swing, and it'll come off from number 24.
But they're going down fight.
23-12. And Cortland Phillips back to serve. Phillips with the serve. Mason DeLong gets it across. Lane with the set to Baldridge. Big swing, and it hits. And Eastridge pulls back within 10, 23-13.
They're not going to give up. They're going to play till the last point is scored. Somebody said before the game that was talking with me, they said they're a scrappy team. They are.
Phillips with another good serve. Chased out of bounds by the Librero, but unable to get it back to another Johnson Central player. 23-14. Now, that was not her fault. She was a lot of hustle.
Once again, oh, excuse me, I apologize. The coach for Johnson Central, there he is. He's coaching the mistake that was made by one of his players and does it in such a way that is encouraging to her.
And they call Mason DeLong in the net.
Honestly, I thought that both sides were in the net. They just got one first.
23-15. Phillips still serving for Eastridge. Nice off the top of the net. Set to Mason DeLong. Not a pretty set, but Mason was able to adjust to it and put it down in the front row, and it's 24-15. We're 1 point away, and we've got some more subs checking in. That's number 9, J.C. Baker, checking in.
And number 3,
Chloe Reed. Coming in for Haley Van Hoos. And back to serve is Mia Estep. And looks like we've got another sub, Maddie Goebel. She's going to be checking in for Kaylee Blevins. I think we got all of them.
Yeah, you did. You got every single one. I was double checking you.
Estep with the serve. Big swing by DeLong. Robinson gets it across, but look at there, a block by J.C. Baker. Set to Baker. Big swing by Baker, brought up by Phillips. Robinson with the swing, blocked by Baker and Randy DeLong, and that will end it 25-15. We're going to take a break, and we'll come back for the post-game wrap-up here on your Intermountain Sports Network.
You want to save money, and Appalachian Wireless gets that. Right now, you can get up to $650 off select devices, including the latest and the greatest on the Advantage Unlimited plan with a trade-in. Did y'all hear me? Up to $650 off select devices, including the latest and greatest with a trade-in. I'm not a math whiz, but this deal, it's amazing. And you'll be on the region's premier network. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. See AppalachianWireless.com for complete terms and conditions.
With business class solutions from Gearhart Broadband, it's all smiles around your workplace. Get internet speeds up to 1 gig and business savvy digital voice. Gearhart Broadband, business solutions that will make you smile.
And welcome back to night 2 of the 15th Region Volleyball Tournament. Game 1 was won by Lawrence County. They will advance to play the winner of this game, which was Johnson Central. Both Lawrence County won in 3 sets and Johnson Central won in 3 sets. Johnson Central winning 25-19 over East Ridge, 25-10 and 25-15. The first game tomorrow night is going to be Paintsville and Floyd Central. That's going to be an action-packed game, and I think this Lawrence County Johnson Central game is going to be a great game for the second game.
I agree. I think both games are going to be really good games. I think if you watch tomorrow night, you're going to have a treat. And I won't be here tomorrow night, but I'll be traveling, watching the game on WPRG on Facebook.
There you go. All righty. Well, we'd like to thank you all for tuning in on WPRG TV. And tune in tomorrow night to catch the semifinal action, and then of course on Thursday night for the championship game, and that game Thursday night will be at 7 o'clock. Thanks again for tuning in. I'm Chotty Thompson along with Trey Mouton, Wayne Fugit on the camera, and Alex Parsley back in the studios. So long, everybody.